This is going to be another pickups video here. I actually just got back from Half Price Books and I had actually kind of a decent find. Nothing too spectacular. I'm actually not a huge fan of this particular person or band, but I found a Limp Bizkit Chocolate Starfish in the hot dog flavored water, an original 2000 pressing of it. I got paid like $12 and whatever taxes on it, so I mean this is a pretty good deal. And when my friends find out I bought this album, they're probably gonna give me so much crap. And I'm not honestly a huge Limp Bizkit fan, but I think I was probably in like 3rd grade or 4th grade when this album came out, and I actually had at one point I did have the CD of this album. And I'm also a pretty big wrestling fan, as if you can't tell with all some of the stuff in the background there. And I am wearing a Fandango t-shirt, but when this album came out, I was I'm a huge wrestling fan. The Undertaker came out to the song Rollin', and this is the album with that song on it. So, and when I was such a huge wrestling fan back in the day, back in like elementary school and middle school, that I just had to have like anything and everything that had anything to do with wrestling, like at all. So it's probably one of the reasons why I bought the CD. But no, I mean this album I've seen go for probably like over $50 online. So it's like, I mean, I've been stupid of myself not to pick it up, but I'll probably give it a listen at least once, if that. But I thought it was a pretty decent find. Not a huge Limp Bizkit fan, but can't beat the price. If you can't beat the price, you gotta pick it up. I also picked up this Crosby, Stills and Nash. This is a cassette box set. It's got all the booklet and everything with it. And I actually have a decent amount of cassettes too. I actually picked up a couple of cassettes, but I already put them on the shelf. One of these videos I might actually just show off my entire collection of cassettes, but nothing really too special there. But also I'm going to show some of the albums I picked up in the last couple of weeks. So I picked up Rolling Stones Between the Buttons, and this is a mono pressing of it. Really good Rolling Stones album. Much better than Limp Bizkit. This is a really good psych band. It's called The Hangmen. The album's called Bittersweet, and this is the mono version. A lot of great songs on this one. If you like psych music, I really do recommend looking these guys up. It's like every song's pretty solid. My favorite track on the album's the song Crazy Man, personally. The other one is So Free Willin', Bob Dylan. Absolutely love this album, one of my favorite Dylan albums. This is the stereo version of the album. Wake Up It's Tomorrow by the Strawberry Alarm Clock, and this is the stereo one. Neil Young, Trans. I'm a huge Neil Young fan. I actually never had listened to this album before I found it a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago. When I listened to this album, this is probably like by far the worst Neil Young album I've ever listened to. I definitely don't recommend it. It's like all computerized. His voice is all computerized. It's just, I don't know what he was thinking on this one, but Neil Young's, he's always trying something new, so you got to give him credit for this one. Credit for him always trying something new, but I don't think this one necessarily worked. But I got a Neil Young album I got in my collection, so it is what it is, I guess. Another Stones album here, Exile on Main Street. Found this one at Half Price Books about a week ago too. I think I paid $10 for it, so a pretty good deal. The album's in great shape. They play really, really nice. Another one out to the Stones collection. Next is Big Brother and the Holding Company. I believe this is their first album. This is the stereo one of it. And I really like pretty much anything Janis Joplin does, and there's a lot of great songs on this one. Then we have T-Rex, and for some reason the cover is not on here. So I don't know what happened to that one. I don't know if it just peeled off or what, but I got it for fairly cheap, and the album's in great shape. It plays fantastic. So I figured until I find a better copy with the actual cover on it, then this will do for now. I mean, the album's in such great shape that if I could honestly just find the cover with nothing in it, I'd be happy with that. Up next I have some bootlegs here. They finished this pickup video off. Up first is Robin Trower, Guitar Bandit, and this is probably one of the best bootlegs I've honestly ever listened to. It's like some of the bootlegs you get, and it's like the recording's not too great, but this one is really solid. And I was actually looking that up, and I believe it was originally a radio broadcast, a live like in-studio radio broadcast Robin Trower did, and I think it's just someone copied it and put it on vinyl back in the 70s, and it's really great though. A lot of great stuff on here. And last is a Beatles bootleg, 20x4, and this isn't the greatest of quality of bootlegs. It's like some of the stuff's like, you know, was recorded from like handheld recorders from the 60s, so it's not going to be the greatest of quality. And I believe Mean Mr. Mayo actually showed this record off a while ago. But definitely, it's like once you get most of the Beatles stuff, and I've been trying to get their England stuff now, and I got like 4 or 5 of those albums, but I got most of their US releases, so it's like trying to get their bootlegs now. So it's another one to add to the collection. Like there's a version of Help on here, it's the demo version, but it's recorded with a handheld recorder by a journalist in studio in 1965, so like, the recording is honestly just not that great. There's another song here called Peace of Mind, and it says it's an unreleased track from Sgt. Pepper's, but it's like I don't think anyone really knows if it's the Beatles, if it's another band. But I mean, it's interesting, and it's definitely cool to have in the collection, but nothing too special. The recording's not too great, but it is a Beatles bootleg album, so I'm glad to add it to the collection. But that's all the videos I have to show right now, so I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.